You've heard it before. Let's try and figure out why. The failure at work here, indeed, nothing works better than failure, is twofold. There's failure to fuse with another, narcissistic love, atop failure to secure autonomy for one's self. Yes, there's no sexual relationship, but there's no subjectual relationship either. We're divided from others and ourselves alike. Now, can we be more precise here? I think so. Why exactly is the phallus fallible? Why exactly is phallic enjoyment always letting us down? Because women are always more than the sum of their parts, and men are always less than the autonomous wholes they purport to make of themselves with these parts. In the field of phallic enjoyment, neither is a singular, self-complete, autonomous one, with or without the other. Women, in short, are not whole, and men, in short, are holed out. If none are complete in themselves, let me ask you another question. How do they appear to each other? As partial beings external to each other. Hence Lacan's Latin on page 23 of Seminar 20. You could track it down. Partes extra partes. Parts outside of parts. Men and women are partial beings external to each other, who enjoy each other's body parts, ever in search of oneness with themselves and one another, but continually frustrated by the very thing that allows them to prolong this search, the signifier. And this brings us to the enigmatic end of chapter 2 on page 24. The signifier is the cause of jouissance, Lacan tells us there. Without the signifier, how could we even approach that part of the body? Without the signifier, how could we center that something that is the material cause of jouissance? However fuzzy or confused it may be, it is a part of the body that is signified in this contribution. And we're not just talking about phallic jouissance any longer, but also that which its pursuit renounces, forbids, and suppresses, an othered and thus ecstatic jouissance that Lacan says is marked by an utter signifying ambiguity on page 23. Guess what? The signifier is also the cause of this jouissance of the other, by which Lacan here means the jouissance of the other sex, as symbolized by the sexed, sundered, and compartmentalized body parts of feminine subjects. Don't get this twisted. Don't make this more complicated than it actually is. When I tell you that some but not all feminine enjoyment is phallic, this is what I mean. The parts of feminine enjoyment that are phallic may appear as body parts that make masculinized subjects feel whole. But these body parts and the bodies attached to them are in fact what Lacan calls corporizations of something else entirely, something beyond the phallic function, but without negating it, that affords feminine subjects an other jouissance. We'll see where this goes in Seminar 20. At this point, in chapter 2, Lacan simply says that it's ecstatic, from the Greek ekstasis, a stepping beyond that allows feminine subjects to partially stand outside the field of phallic enjoyment. Hear me now. The feminine body, at the level of its parts, is an existent in the field of phallic enjoyment, that also in some way stands apart from it, insisting there, but ever from the outside. You've heard that woman does not exist. What I'm telling you here is that women don't exist either. Instead, they exist. They are a part of and a part from the function and the field of the phallus.